Welcome back to our ongoing YouTube video series on affording a business lawyer. My name is Christopher Neufeld of Neufeld Legal, and I am a business lawyer focusing in areas of buying and selling of businesses, business development, contractual arrangements, and other core areas of the business field. Now, in this particular YouTube video, we're going to be discussing another important thing in your consideration process and in affording the right business lawyer, and that is whom the business lawyer that you are engaging is going to be. Now, this might seem like a bit of a silly question to say because you go to a law firm and you talk to a lawyer, because all too often, especially as you get into larger scale law firms, you might engage one lawyer on the front end, but that isn't necessarily the lawyer you end up dealing with or who ends up dealing with your assignment. And this could be particularly problematic because there's a couple issues associated with that. First of all, when you go to a law firm, and this is a lot of the case when small and medium-sized business people go to these larger law firms, is they want to get particularized attention. They want to get experience, knowledge, insights. And oftentimes they receive that, or they appear to be receiving that, on their first introductory meeting. So in that first introductory meeting, they meet a more senior lawyer who's got the experience and the wisdom and gives them all the assurances in the world, and they feel all great. But is that actually going to be a lawyer that's going to be handling their matter? That's the important question, because although you're just another client to them, it is your matter and you have to take power and engagement over it. So what happens, and all too often with the situation, is that it gets passed on to a junior lawyer. And there's oversight, yes, from the more senior lawyer, but then the junior lawyer's handling the stuff, and stuff gets disoriented in the situation. You're not necessarily getting the experience and the confidence that you had when you met with the senior lawyer now. And they're going back and forth, and they're bringing other people, and you don't know which way it's going, and you're never sure as to whether the message is there or not. Instead, what you really want to be doing is taking control of it and making sure that the person that you're working with in the law firm is the person that you're comfortable with. If you're going to be engaging a law firm and a lawyer, you want to make sure that you're engaging with the lawyer that you meet with. You don't want it to be passed off. Yes, there's times when they bring in other lawyers, and like even as my small practice itself, I do bring in other lawyers from outside, but I make sure to communicate that to my client. I tell them why we're bringing on people of different expertise. But at the end of the day, the person who's making the ultimate decisions on the legal side should be the one who's controlling the whole perspective and controlling the whole assignment. And that is the lawyer with whom you are principally engaged. And from that perspective, you want to get what your business deserves. It needs experience. It needs focus. It needs communication between you and them. And that is what you should be seeking out. Because what you don't want to be doing is be dealing with a multitude of people where certain people have some of the information, other people have other parts of the information, and it's not working to your best interests. Everything needs to be designed to work for your best interests. So you need to know who you are working with from a legal perspective and make sure that the structure is working to your advantage. This is about your business, your legal matters, and yourself personally. And so you need to take charge of it, and you got to make sure the law firm understands that. Because once that control is in place, the process of tackling your legal assignment for your business is going to work that much more effectively. And you're not going to be spending unnecessary amounts of money trying to get stuff communicated between multiple people. And more importantly, when stuff is miscommunicated from one person to another person, then to another person, and back to another person, you don't want to be spending money trying to pay for those corrections or those clarifications, as they would say. You want to have precision. You want to have focus. You want to have somebody who's committed to you. And that is what you need to be doing, because it's going to make all the difference to you in tackling your legal matters for your business. And it's going to make a difference in the ultimate cost, because you're going to cut away excess fat that would not have been necessary if you had worked with the appropriate lawyer from the outset, who was focused and dedicated and knew how to properly bring in other lawyers to support him or her, but not necessarily to replace him or her or to assume without control roles that should be the focus of that one primary lawyer. Well, I hope this YouTube video has been, again, informative for yourself and shows you some more perspective as to what you want to be doing when it comes to engaging legal counsel. Because we find it particularly important that people engage their lawyers, they are engaging the right person, because it's that person that they're going to be working with through a lot of challenging, sticky, and revenue-generating opportunities. And they want them to have that kind of focus where they gain experience as to your business so they can communicate ideas that they've acquired and they are knowledgeable to. And then you speak to them, and you're speaking to that person who's knowledgeable. Whether you speak to them by phone, by email, or video conference, you are getting the information across that you need to get across. Well, I thank you for taking the time to view this YouTube video, and we will see you soon enough with further YouTube videos on how to best afford engaging legal counsel for your business. Thank you.